Pretty Little Liars Original Sin is set to premiere on HBO Max on July 28th, and we're pleased to welcome one of the stars of the show, Elena Goode. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
This is such a great pleasure. Obviously, Pretty Little Liars is a fan favorite for a lot of people. I know my girlfriend is a huge fan of the show, so she's super excited for this new series to be coming out. What can you tell us about the Original Sin series?
So this series is going to really pull the original fans in. There's some great references and aspects of the original series that will be brought into this series, but in many ways it's completely fresh and completely new. As you know, it's a totally new cast. And this show is about a group of young women who inadvertently come together in the wake of a mystery that began with their mothers. So this is going to appeal to a really wide age range of viewers, which is really exciting and different from the original show.
Yeah, I absolutely love that it's a new series, but you still get those little Easter eggs of the past original series. So that's going to be a lot of fun, especially for old fans and hopefully new fans, just learning and discovering what's going on.
Absolutely.
And you're playing Marjorie, the mother of Noah in the new series. So Marjorie's got, one of those secrets that you mentioned with the mothers. So what is Marjorie like?
So Marjorie is a really complex character. For some, they may perceive her as a villain. For others, they may perceive her as a victim. It just depends on what episode you're watching and how you particularly feel about the choices that Marjorie is making at the time. But I think the one thing about her that's going to be really relatable is how imperfect she is, how much she struggles. I think there's something about that that's going to pull you in. And at the same time be difficult to watch.
That sounds great. I cannot wait for that. And were you a fan of the Pretty Little Liars series, the original one?
Yes. I think that the original show really tapped into a cultural moment and grabbed viewers the way that many ongoing shows do. You really get immersed in the characters' lives. And I think that for me, one of the characters that I loved the most was Emily Fields.
That's great. So it must feel great to become a part of this universe, if you will. And I can only assume that every time you get a new script, you're just excited to see what happens next.
It's kind of ridiculous. Every time I would get the script, I would sometimes forget that I was a part of it. I would really become, a fan, a viewer. I would read it and think, what's going to happen? And it was really fun in a way. The production team rolled out the scripts in an extremely top secret manner. So we would get them piecemeal. We would get the updates piecemeal, sometimes very last minute. And none of us knew where the mystery was headed until we actually received the final script. So when we all got it, we were all texting each other like, oh my God, did you read that? Can you believe it? So in many ways, I'll get the experience that viewers get.
That sounds so exciting. I love that. I love that enthusiasm. Being a fan of a show that you're a part of must be great. It must have been, was it a lot of fun on set working with your co-stars?
I think that was the best part. I mean, at this time, we're knee-deep in the pandemic, and I think a lot of us were feeling separate and isolated. So, of course, as an actress, I was overjoyed to be a part of the production and to play this role. But as a person, I was thrilled to meet these amazing new people and get to, be in a new place, a new environment, and be creative with so many amazing and interesting new actors.
Well, one more thing, going beyond Pretty Little Liars Original Sin, you're a well-established actress, having roles in Straight Outta Compton and As the World Turns, just to name a couple. Do you have any advice for women who want to pursue acting?
Absolutely. I think that one of the most important things is to release fear. I think that as a young actress, I think like all of us had a lot of nerves and would really perform for the approval of whomever I was working with or for, the director, the casting director. And it took me a while to learn this lesson, but I really had to work for my own satisfaction, my own personal approval, so I could walk away from the audition process and really start to enjoy the experience. Because as an actor, you will spend, of course, time preparing roles and time on set and time working, but you will also spend a lot of time rehearsing, reading books, scripts, memorizing lines, and auditioning. And if you are able to release the fear of that, the nerves of that, and really drop into the enjoyment of it, you will have longevity. So do whatever it is you can to let go of fear and bring in a lot of joy and pleasure and fun to the experience, because it is a wonderful ride, like any career, but it has, of course, its ups and downs. So stay creative and keep it fun.
That sounds like great advice, Elena. Thank you so much for chatting with us today. You know, it's been a pleasure. I, for one, am looking forward to watching the show unfold. And, you know, be sure to watch, everybody, Pretty Little Liars: Original Sin on HBO Max on July 28th.